Hey everyone, Jim Chester coming to you live from Vancouver, Washington at Chirofest with Jen Franco. She was a presenter yesterday, and I know that we're not chiropractors, right?
Nope, no chiropractor here.
But we support chiropractic, right?
100%, 100%.
And what you do is pretty empowering for people to practice one pillar of health, because chiropractic is the 4 pillars of health: eat well, think well, move well, and get adjusted. Chiropractic starts them with number 1, which is the adjustment, and then you come in with something really awesome and you help chiropractic offices all over the place.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you talked about yesterday and how you're helping chiropractors.
Okay, so yesterday our topic was HPA access support, so resetting their hypothalamus, and what that does is it allows a reset from top to bottom when it comes to endocrine system. So what we like to say is that for patients, when they express something about how they feel, what they think and how they feel, the nervous system and the endocrine system, those two first come together in the hypothalamus gland. So when you make an adjustment, that information passes through the hypothalamus and then has a physical representation within the body through the endocrine system. So that's what we discussed yesterday on stage. We had a really great response from a chiropractic group that is very philosophically based. And our organization is called Society of Wellness. And what we do is we educate and implement nutrition systems into the offices of chiropractors so that they can get back to adjusting. We can support them with nutrition, or we can teach one of their team members to do nutrition in their practice to support them in getting patients well very quickly.
So maybe people don't know exactly who you are, because I just had a good chance to have a pre-game chat with you before we went live on the interview. So tell us a little bit about how you got into chiropractic and how you're serving chiropractic.
Yeah, it's a great story, actually. I got into a car accident once upon a time, and I was in college for nutrition at the time, and it was my chiropractor that really educated me on proper nutrition. He said, look, I know you're in school for nutrition, but they might not be teaching the whole story. Recommended that I go to a seminar to learn a little bit more, and offered for me to see his patients, to see his patients from a nutrition perspective. And that went really well. And then I started doing that in other offices. And then we started training nutritionists, and we started plugging them into chiropractic offices. We started teaching some of their team members to do nutrition. And so Dr. Matt Hubbard shared on stage yesterday that his CA, Katrina, was one of our first that we were able to train, and she's just killing it. She's doing great and serving. That's how we serve chiropractic.
So if people wanted to know more about your nutrition system, how would they figure this out? And maybe you can tell them a little bit of a resource how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. The best way is to go online. We've got our website is SOW, which stands for Society of Wellness, so SOWnutritionalsystems.com. And it's got all of our information there. We handed out a little bit of information over this weekend, and anything, they can reach me through the website very easily. It comes to me. I will answer those questions if you send me an email or a contact us message through the website.
I know we jumped the gun a little bit with your information, but I wanted to make sure we gave a good lead-in for how people can get in touch with you if they're interested. But what have you done, really to integrate yourself with offices, and how are you seeing offices thrive with your system?
Sure. So one of the things we've done is really kept it simple and really developed a system. And one of the things I've heard over and over and over from the stage this weekend is that you need to have a system. And if you stick with your system, you'll get the results. And it's always about that system. And it doesn't need to be complicated. It can be a few simple steps, but don't break your system. So that's one of the things that we've seen the success with in implementing this. And also, I think what we want to do is get the chiropractor back to adjusting. Oftentimes they feel like, you mentioned the 4 pillars, and so if they feel that they're responsible for doing all 4 pillars, it can be very exhausting. So if I can take away one of those pillars for you or give you a simple solution, then you can get back to that number 1 pillar for a chiropractic, which is finding and removing subluxation.
Wow, that's pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
Us lay people speaking subluxation, detection, correction, and, finding people getting them better. And I really champion you for doing what you're doing and helping people with that one pillar that's within the chiropractic paradigm. And I know you're not a chiropractor, but are there some things that you might have learned from Paul Reed's event here?
Oh, 100%. So Chirofest, I got invited to speak when I met Paul Reed at CalJam, which is another chiropractic event down in Southern California. And the way he spoke about chiropractic and the philosophy, and again, we're not chiropractors, but the philosophy, what's beautiful about chiropractic philosophy is that innate intelligence that the body heals itself. And that's a philosophy that covers many modalities, and I think everyone should understand. And so when you understand that about chiropractic, it's very infectious. And then you get to be around people and meet people that believe what you believe. And one of the things that I learned with Paul Reed in particular is he opens up his house to all of the speakers. So last night we had an opportunity to go to his home and just meet all of the amazing speakers where we get time to talk to each other. I got to meet his wife, and he's just a beautiful family, and they really walk the walk, and they are exactly what they appear to be. And that's been really beautiful.
So, Paul Reed, you're a stud. You run a great program out here in the Pacific Northwest, Chirofest 2017. I love and appreciate every single one of you that have been on the live feed with me all weekend long. I really appreciate you for stopping by to get to know me a little bit. We had a nice pregame chat before we went on the interview. Jen Franco is just going to be a resource for you with her wellness paradigm. And one more time, how do they get in touch with you if they're interested?
Yeah, so they can do us through through Facebook. You can reach us through Facebook, and then our website is sownutritionalsystems.com.
So there you have it. If you guys are interested in getting more people healthy through nutrition and wellness, reach out to Jen. She would love to help you out. So I'm going to sign off on this interview, but thank you so much. Love and appreciate every single one of you that are a part of this live stream and living outside the four walls out here at Chirofest. So I'm going to be live. I think the last two will be here. So I think I have Chris Burfield coming up, who is a marketing genius, and then Paul Reed's going to close it out. So thank you so much, everybody. Stay with me.